to your girl's YouTube channel. Okay, I know you've all missed me. Like the feedbacks I was getting, so many persons were DMing me, and I observed that my videos like were being watched back to back. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. And backstory why I've not been active on YouTube. I am somebody that I'm usually very busy. Like I don't have all the time every day to sit down in front of my camera and do a video. So I try to pre-record and have them saved. So I already had 7 videos I've edited to. They were supposed to go up, and one morning I woke up and I discovered all my videos were gone. I felt so frustrated. I was sad for this period of time, but I'm someone that jumped out of a particular mood on time, so I was able to just fly and let it be. But here I am. For those of you that have been asking, why have you not been on YouTube? That was my reason. And like I was so busy, I didn't have the opportunity to sit down in front of the camera and do any video. But yeah, I am. I'm here, and I promise to be consistent. So watch out. Don't leave my space. Watch out. And today I'm bringing you a very interesting topic. So let's jump right into this video. Alright, like you can already tell from the title, today we're talking about having the ambience of greatness is not enough. Yes, I've heard that a couple of times. Like I was having my quiet time and the Holy Spirit just dropped this topic in my heart. Having the ambience of greatness is not enough. Yes, it's not. Everybody might be looking at you like you're all one big girl, one big guy. You're filled up with greatness. Probably some have even told you, there are prophecies here and there that have told you that you're meant for greatness. Really, if you do nothing about it, you're still going to be meant for greatness, and you will go to heaven. Yeah, that's how serious it is. So having the ambience of greatness is not enough. And today we shall be looking at 4 points to let you know how you can at least bring out that greatness, so that your whole world can look at it and say, indeed, this person is great, and you can really do what God has fashioned you for before he sends you on to planet Earth. So one thing how to bring out that greatness is that you should have an effective plan. Yes, have an effective plan. Set down, write down, do. I don't want to jump into points that to come later, but have an effective plan. You're born for greatness. In fact, without anybody telling you, as one who is a child of God that knows scriptures, you already know that you're born for greatness. Greatness is in your DNA because you're a child of God. But if you do nothing about it, it's going to stay there, and nobody is going to enjoy from that greatness God has put in you. So number 1 is have an effective plan. Now that you know that you're born to be great, what is your plan? Are you just going to watch that greatness be there and stay there for a long time without nothing being done with it? Have a plan. Create a plan. That's when you have to brainstorm. Put your brain to work. What are you good at? What do you do stress-free? Like you don't go through stress when you do it. And if they wake you up anytime in the day, you deliver. That's something you should be putting more attention to. Yes, have an effective plan. Okay? Sit down, think, what am I good at? What can I do? What can I bring to the table that people can exchange and have fun? And I have fun in return. So have an effective plan. Number 2 is write down your goals. Yes. You have an effective plan. It's not enough to just sit down and have a plan in your head. You have to write them down. What are goals? They are aims or your desired results, what you want to get at the end of the day. So now that you have an effective plan, your goals, ensure that you write them down. Write down your goals. And when you write down your goals, make sure you put deadlines to them. Attach deadlines. That's when it's going to make you put effort to see that they are all done. So write down your goals. What do I want to achieve between now and now and now? Now that I have an effective plan, this is my plan, this is my plan, this is my plan. Goals will enable you to actually go grab it. Those are goals. Set goals for yourself and make sure you put a deadline to it. Make sure you do what? Put a deadline to it. Don't just set goals and let it be. Put a deadline. That's when you will actually work towards it. Number 3, then you pray. You've had an effective plan. You now have a goal. Now you pray. The truth is that we can never overrule the place of the spiritual. You can never overrule it. But being spiritual does not do the homework you're supposed to do on earth. Yes, it does not. So now that you've done your own work that you're supposed to do, now you pray, committing those plans that you've written down into the hands of God, into the hands of the Holy Spirit, that it should help you to bring them to pass. Like, it's not by your power, it's not by your mind. You're not trusting with your plans. Okay, fine, you've done it based on your ideas. Remember, the miracles happen with the Holy Spirit giving us ideas. So those things you wrote down, they are definitely ideas from the Holy Spirit. If you're one who is filled with the Spirit of God, so they are ideas from the Holy Spirit. Now that you've written them down, as He has given you inspirations about them, you now pray. Praying about it is you telling God, I'm handing this thing over to you. Take charge, take control. Give me more ideas on how I should go about it that will bring about results. For now is be sensitive enough to jumpstart that thing. Yes, be sensitive enough. You've had an effective plan. You've written down your goals. You've committed it to the hands of the Holy Spirit. Now, the next thing is, because the Holy Spirit, when you've committed things into His hands, the next thing is going to give you, start opening your eyes to see when you should start that thing. You don't just start things, okay? Even though you'll be frustrated, make sure it is the Holy Spirit that is giving you that thing to start. For example, let me give you an example here. I went to church one particular evening like that, and I was in church. My pastor was ministering, and while he was ministering, a thought just dropped in my head: start the church series. If you don't know, I have a Facebook page, Clara David West, where I do a teaching inspired by the Holy Spirit. The church series, that's the name of the series that we're running, and it's been really impactful. Like, I've been getting DMs from people, and each time I look at it, I'm like, God, this is all your idea. Like, I was just sitting down. Imagine I didn't jump start. I was sensitive enough to know when, even if the Holy Spirit has spoken about it, I just wrote them down and kept them in my journal. But when He told me it was time, like, I didn't think about it. The next week I started, and that was how I started. And the testimonies are overwhelming. Don't worry, you get to it. Just go check it out. You get to see more details about it later on. So when you have prayed, be sensitive enough to know when to jump start that thing. Then number 5, which is the last point, is now that you are sensitive enough, you've started what you're doing, just be consistent. Yes, be consistent. I saw someone posted something on my WhatsApp status, I think, and the person said, never say something didn't work until you have put in consistency. And that post blessed me. Like, never say something did not work until you've put in what? Consistency. A lot of people just think that, I tried this, I tried that, it's not working. The question I keep on asking is, how consistent were you? Did you put in consistency? Did you do that thing again and again and again and again? I think it's Thomas Edison. When they interviewed him, what he said was that he didn't fail. All those times that people were saying that he failed, that to him he didn't fail. He only found out 900 times, or whether 9,000 times, how that thing does not work. And now he has gotten the result of how it works. That is mind-blowing. So be consistent. And I tell you, when you're consistent at a thing, greatness is not far from it. So whatever it is that God has asked you to do, after you've written down your effective plan, you've written down your goals, you are praying, you have now been sensitive enough to jump into whatever it is that God has asked you to do, apply consistency. And I pray that this video has really enlightened you, has blessed you, and I would really love to hear from you. Put in your views down in the comment section, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Stay blessed.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty.